Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Steve Malzberg Show Thursday edition. Roger Stone joins us momentarily, taking your calls, and we'll also have Andy McCarthy and Larry Kudlow. Not a bad lineup. All right, big news breaking tonight as we take to the air. The Clinton Foundation, according to the Associated Press, Bill Clinton told his top staff that the Clinton Foundation will stop taking foreign and corporate donations if Hillary is elected president. According to sources who spoke on condition of anonymity to the AP, Bill Clinton made the announcement, and if she wins, they'll only take donations from U.S. citizens and independent charities. We'll get Roger Stone's take on that, Larry Kudlow's take on that, Andy McCarthy's take on that, and your take on that as well. We also have news. Today, the Wall Street Journal reported on that $400 million, what some say was a ransom payment for our hostages to Iran. Well, the Wall Street Journal said today it definitely was. Said that we wouldn't release that money to Iran until they released the hostages. And today, the State Department spokesperson confirmed it.
Getting away from the word leverage, which in basic English, you're saying that you wouldn't give them the $400 million in cash until the prisoners were released, correct?
That's correct.
There you go. Ransom. You could call it leverage, but it's ransom. We paid ransom for those hostages. They just admitted it. All right, we'll talk about that with our guests as well. Now, the tragedy in Louisiana just keeps getting worse. There's a possibility of more flooding on top of what we already have. Look at some of the scenes. I mean, it's just horrific. You see those coffins? Those are coffins floating down the street in Louisiana. Coffins. Dead people. And watch what Barack Obama is doing while this is happening. Can we take a look at that? There he is with Larry David. Larry David playing golf. Isn't that Larry David walking behind him? Well, in case Obama drops something, David's going to pick it up. Is that the deal? That's what this man is doing. That's what this man has been doing. Now, I don't know. I don't know who's suffering in Louisiana. I would assume it's blacks and whites and others. Maybe I'm wrong. The way this man works, maybe it's only whites that are suffering in Louisiana. Because when it was blacks and it was Katrina, then Senator Obama was singing a different tune.
How unconscionable it has been to be unable to find somebody in charge so that we can get medical supplies, doctors, nurses, and other supplies down to the affected areas quickly enough. We're going to have to do some hard thinking about how we could have failed our fellow citizens so badly and how we will prevent such failures from ever occurring again.
Now, that's not the worst of it. This hypocrite, this golfer-in-chief, this sorry excuse for a president, I'm sorry to say, ignoring this, totally ignoring what's going on in Louisiana. But listen to what he said about George W. Bush during Katrina.
We can talk about what happened for a few days in 2005, and we should. We can talk about levees that couldn't hold, about a FEMA that seemed not just incompetent, but paralyzed and powerless, about a president who only saw the people from the window of an airplane instead of down here on the ground trying to provide comfort and aid.
That's when he was running for president the first time, trashing George W. Bush, who apparently didn't do enough for Katrina victims. What has he done? What concern has he shown at all for the people of Louisiana? He is a disgrace. Now, some news. I'll show you the latest Rasmussen poll. You want to see the latest Rasmussen poll? Okay, let's look at the latest Rasmussen poll. Hillary Clinton with a 2-point lead over Donald Trump. Gary Johnson at 9, Jill Stein at 3 and 5. Undecided. These are likely voters.